banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd. A mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Aubie.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
Aubie, thank you. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a give to Washington. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Bootleg and rolling out. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Now on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Brown wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Headed toward the sideline just the way he drew it up. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Using his legs, it's mission. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Wide open downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hit. He's going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Makes the grab. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He might want another play. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. He's past the 30. All kinds of room to the right. At the 30. Inside the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Right back to it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. There's some room. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
The run inside. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Volunteers in the hurry up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last possession.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. The ball bounces through. And it will be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
To the air on second down. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Goes high to pull it in. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running inside. It's Bishop. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Bishop. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Bishop. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He's looking to pass. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Brown will throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's Nimrod. Runs through a tackle. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Now on first down from the 40. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the right. Got a wide-open receiver. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. He rifles one deep down the right side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've Worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to the run, it's Bishop. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete out of the backfield. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a huge play. And that just goes to show you, man, when this guy is covered, he's open. Final play of the first half. I think everybody knows where the ball is going, and still, they can't stop him from hauling it in the end zone, giving his team the lead on the last play of the first half. That was huge.
So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So here is the Tennessee offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got...
There he goes! Touchdown ball! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
That's caught. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a gap. It's Bishop. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand.
Taking it the other way. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Hard running there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Touchdown, Tigers. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. On the ground, it's Bishop. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. The 20, the 10, into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He breaks a tackle. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Look at, there's a crease. Got enough for the first. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. Once he got some room, it was over. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Here comes a heat, and they got him. A 3rd down sack to force the likely punt. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Volunteers. They are starting to believe as that score puts them on top.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. 4th and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense on stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Brown will throw it.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch on the left. Hits the crease. Inside the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And he added the extra point. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Bishop. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go right back to him. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Volunteers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Going to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Making side adjustments here. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown Vols! They move on top here in the 4th. The Vols strike back with a touchdown.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll go to the air. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and they now lead by 5. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Caught in the backfield, it's Cobb. Turning it on. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Auburn lines up quickly.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to him. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. At the 40, there he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Nimrod. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards, and Neyland on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to run, it's Cobb. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time.
Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. The 50, the 40, running inside the 20. Can you believe that? Scooped up that fumble and took it all the way back for 2.
This game is absolutely crazy. We're here in the 4th quarter. The defense just gave up the lead. All of a sudden, they get the block on an extra point. Scoop score, convoy, Johnny on the spot. And just like that, they retake the lead.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll try the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Vols strike back for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard push in there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Unloads it left. Got his man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Fourth down, got to have it here. The throw. Oh, what a cut. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Makes the grab. Tripped up for the tackle. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and they didn't have it.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to forward.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And why would you not go back to it? I mean, he's caught everything thrown his way. He's been the focal point of this offense. They need a play late in the football game. They find him again. If I'm this defense, I got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take him away.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense picks it up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Pass to 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's a tough one to swallow, man. You got yourself in a position where you can go tie this football game. You're in a good spot. You're trying to move the ball down the field. Guys trying to make a play. Fumbles the football. Now you got to beg for the defense to somehow give you one more opportunity.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This offense has come apart at the seams on the last couple of red zone plays. They'll try to salvage it here on 3rd and goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's gone! And that lead grows even bigger. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last leg.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.